was gonna lie to you, but I had to tell the truth. I'm just being honest.
Now check this out. Did you know DMX's Party Up, Y'all Gonna Make Me Lose My Mind was a response to Kurupt's diss track, Calling Our Names? Did you know that? If you didn't know that, check this clip out. Mr. X to the Z himself, Xzibit, reveals this all to DJ Head. Let's check it out.
When you saw DMX doing that Woodstock show, was y'all like, man, this is fuck this, or was it like, this crazy? Like,
No. I think what was crazy was when I found out that Party Up was the answer to calling out names.
Facts. And
that's what Drake should have did.
And it was a hit record.
That's what Drake should have did. Drake should have made a Party Up. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, look,
nah,
that's
he
not
tried
like
to
that's it.
Over here stuck on Party Up being a response record.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's a Party Up is
him
a
and
response.
Kurupt was at it.
Yeah, to Kurupt.
So it's like
Wow.
you whack, you twisted, like
Yeah. Your girl's a hoe.
You
Man,
So I love my baby
everybody
mama,
know.
never let her go.
Yeah.
Oh!
And they was fighting over Foxy Brown.
Yeah.
Oh! What?
Yeah.
We need to do a hip hop 101. Like, did y'all remember this? Did y'all know
I don't
this?
think people know that.
Oh wow!
No, or y'all.
Our era don't know that.
Oh, so many things that like you guys only see the end result.
Yeah.
But what leads up to these things being said and done to each other is a whole nother thing.
Effective immediately.
Amazing. It's amazing to see like Xzibit. Like he's aged now. I'm a huge fan of Xzibit's work for like 40 Days, 40 Nights, one of my favorite albums of all time. And Xzibit is one to speak on this topic because Kurupt's Calling Out Names samples Xzibit on the hook. And now if it wasn't for the West, these rappers wouldn't need a vest up on their chest. So I knew that part, so he can speak on it. He knows firsthand. But we're gonna do a little research, right? So to speak. When did Kurupt drop Streets is a Mother? That's the album that Calling Out Names was featured on. I know the year was 1999. And Streets is a Mother is a classic. If you haven't heard it, y'all go check that out. No, it's over 25 years old, but it's still great music. And that came out 1999, November 16, 1999. Shout out to Kurupt, one of the greatest MCs of all time. Right on my West Coast Mount Rushmore. I almost could be on the Mount Rushmore anyway. And had a chance of being featured on Kurupt's Moon Rock mixtape. Had my song on there and got to kind of work with the legend. Got to talk to him online, but didn't get to meet him in person, but he featured my song. So, yeah, I just want y'all to shout out to the OG. And, but DMX is Party Up. When did this come out? I know it was on X's third album. X put out 2 albums in 1998. It's Dark and Hell is Hot and Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood. And the third album came out in, I believe, 99? Yeah. Then there was X 1999, right? Party Up was on that. That was December 21st, 1999. That is crazy, y'all. What? That's crazy. So, Kurupt drops in November of 99. And DMX, he drops the disc, right? And DMX comes out with a whole album and a hit single a month later with his response, right? That's crazy. So, we gotta let Kurupt say his piece about what really happened because everybody doesn't know the full story or even know the song. And Calling Out Names, we're not gonna play that, for copyright purposes. But we are gonna play Kurupt speaking about what went on, his mindset, short clip. It was on the Bootleg Kev podcast. Shout out to them. Bootleg Kev had done some great work, great freestyles, all of that. Yeah, let the legend talk about what really happened in his own words. Now elaborate.
Let's go back to Streets is a Mother. The bonus track on that is Calling Out Names, which was another one of those songs that I was motherfuck D, motherfuck M. Only X I know is Xzibit or RBX, Extraordinary. You can have a bitch. Anyway, I know the song by heart. Love that song. DMX was like as you can see, I have DMX behind you here. DMX was a huge.
He's watching you.
I love X, man.
He might be watching me.
But take me back to that feud between you and X. Obviously, he passed away earlier this year.
Yeah.
It was over your ex, or what was is that what it was?
Yeah, it was. I was in my feelings, and I was really just upset the whole experience with this young lady, and just upset, period, at the way I was being treated. Being with this young lady, and just let off some steam throughout the time of being with her. Certain individuals, people will pump you up if you allow them to, if you let them. And I can say that a lot of people, told me things that I took to heart. That this person was saying this, and this person said that, and in this magazine, this person said that. DMX was just a straw that broke the camel's back. You know what I'm saying? To where my anger was, and so then I just let it all go.
For the record, just want to pause it here for a second. Say he did diss a lot more people than DMX, right? He dissed Nas, he dissed Firm, he dissed Belly, he dissed 50 Cent. He said, it's 50 MCs that ain't worth shit. Get your ass beat 50 times, stumped for 10 cents. It was like he didn't care, bro. It was, Kurupt. Like prime Kurupt. I'm telling you, didn't nobody want with this man, right? It's crazy.
DMX is the main thing everybody concentrates on, but they don't really talk about Murder Inc. They don't really talk about the Rough Riders as a whole, or the Firm. You know what I'm saying? And everybody else that I spoke on.
Oh yeah, you
DMX is the main thing they speak on.
You had a lot of yeah. I mean,
in the situation,
you loaded up for a lot of people.
And the lady, right? You know what I'm saying? So, but there was a lot of different people I was upset at and angry about things that went on or what I heard.
Right.
And I put the cart before the horse. And really, things like this, you talk to people man to man. You really don't voice it through the music. You know what I mean? The way I grew up, if you really want to smash somebody, beat them up first, and then you can talk about them.
Right.
But don't talk about them first. And I was just really angry.
Being mature and older now, he can look back and say, hey man, I had a lot of people in my ear. I was mad about the situation with my lady. I don't understand how that relationship worked with Kurupt and Foxy. Anyway, Foxy being from New York. I know Kurupt's originally from Philly, but him living in Cali, in LA, I don't know how that worked out. But very likely something's gonna happen if y'all on two different coasts and her being a major artist and you being one yourself. So, never heard Foxy Brown speak about any of this. That's crazy to say also. But yeah, man, you learn something new every day. And it's also good to know that both of two of my favorite artists, that was being DMX and Kurupt, right? Ended up running into each other in the airport, watching all this, talking like men, and getting over it, right? Understanding what it was really all about. And that was well before X's passing. So I think they did this interview the year that he did pass. I think that's heard Bootleg Kev say that. But yeah, great moment, historical moment. That's what we all about over here. All about the music. We're not a gossip page. We're all about the music. Great, times in hip hop and reacting to that. So let me know what you think. Did you know that? Did anybody already know that Party Up was a diss in a response to Kurupt for calling out names? Who would have known? If you knew, let me know in the comment section. If you didn't know, let me know you didn't know. Right? We all rocking with it over here. I'll keep you all in tune with the news. Chill.